Hello friends, welcome to Poonam Dua classes. Today we will talk about a very important and primary education act which gave a new direction to English studies in India, the English Education Act 1835, which was a legislative act of the Council of India and introduced with the help of Lord William Bentinck and Thomas Macaulay. Let us know about it in detail, and before that please do not forget to share and subscribe the channel. You may join our online classes too, where you get PDF notes, extensive revision and enormous practice sessions to understand the subject. So these are the two major personalities behind this act, Education Act 1835. Lord William Bentinck and Thomas Macaulay. The English Education Act, although was brought to effect by Lord William Bentinck, but was based upon the advice and ideas of Thomas Macaulay, and hence these two should not be confused with each other. It was a full-fledged English education system, completely developed, we can say, completely established, we can say. Here I use the word the English education system. तो क्या है आखिर ये English education system? English education system actually the one that uses English as primary medium of instruction. Especially when it is not the students' native language. हम लोगों की native language प्राइमरीली हिंदी थी और भी बहुत सारे रीजनल डायलेक्ट्स थे. उन सबको हटाकर प्रॉपरली इंग्लिश में एजुकेशन प्रोवाइड करना वॉज कॉल्ड अ परफेक्ट इंग्लिश एजुकेशन सिस्टम. It means English is regarded as the common language of the people who have a first language other than English. That is what we call an English education system. जब भी हम लोग बात करते हैं इंग्लिश एजुकेशन एक्ट 1835 की, इट बिकम्स ऑलरेडी इम्पॉर्टेंट टू नो अ बिट अबाउट द चार्टर एक्ट ऑफ 1813 टू. 1813 में भी एक एजुकेशन एक्ट आया था जिसको कि चार्टर एक्ट कहा जाता था. अंटिल 1813 द कंपनी हैड फॉलोड द कन्वेंशनल पैटर्न ऑफ गवर्नमेंट स्पॉन्सरशिप टू इंडियन लर्निंग. प्लीज़ गौर से सुनिए, इंडियन लर्निंग. इन 1813 द चार्टर एक्ट सैंक्शन some funds towards the revival and expansion of literature and also encouraged the native learning of India. चार्टर एक्ट जो था उसमें इंग्लिश एजुकेशन को ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं दी गई थी, एजुकेशन को इम्पोर्टेंस दी गई थी, एजुकेशन को स्पॉन्सर किया गया था. ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी इंग्लिश एजुकेशन एक्ट में इंग्लिश एजुकेशन को ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंस दी गई. अब समझते हैं लॉर्ड मैकॉले के ही शब्दों में क्या पर्पस था इस एजुकेशन एक्ट का. पर्पस ऑफ एजुकेशन एक्ट वॉज टू क्रिएट अ ब्रिटिश आउट ऑफ इंडियन पॉपुलेशन. ही क्लियरली सेड in a very explicit way. We must at present do our best to form a class who may be interpreters between us and the millions whom we govern. A class of persons, Indian in blood and color, but English in taste, English in opinions, English in morals, English in intellect. हम लोगों को इस तरीके से एजुकेट करना चाहते हैं कि वो देखने में तो इंडियंस हो लेकिन बाकी हर तरीके से एक ब्रिटिश पर्सन बन जाए. Now let us understand this act with the help of the features associated. The first feature was to make English a medium of instruction in higher educational institutions, and the second one to no longer promote Oriental local institutions such as the Calcutta Madrasa and Benares Sanskrit College. Calcutta, also known as Elia Madrasa, a Muslim educational institution founded in 1780 by Warren Hastings, and Sanskrit College at Benares was established in 1791. So it was their plan, it was the plan of Britishers to no longer promote Oriental institutions like these two. And the third one, to introduce English textbooks in schools so that Indians completely forget the regional culture and literature. इंग्लिश एजुकेशन एक्ट 1835 के साथ साथ ही बहुत फेमस है लॉर्ड मैकॉले के मिनट्स ऑफ द मीटिंग ऑफ 1835 एक्ट. What was दिस टर्म एक्चुअली. दिस मीन्स कि पूरा एसेंस क्या था इस एक्ट का वो लॉर्ड मैकॉले के द्वारा बताया गया था. लॉर्ड मैकॉले, अ लॉ मेंबर ऑफ वायसरॉयज एग्जीक्यूटिव काउंसिल, अराइव्ड इन इंडिया ऑन June 10, 1834. He was appointed the chairman of the General Committee of Public Instruction by William Bentinck, then Governor General of India. And also he was a great scholar and a successful writer and an eloquent speaker too. अब देखते हैं क्या था उनका वो स्ट्रॉन्ग बिलीफ जिसकी वजह से लॉर्ड मैकॉलेज के मिनट्स ऑफ मीटिंग इतने ज़्यादा फेमस हैं 1835 के. ही केम टू इंडिया विद अ वेरी 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 स्ट्रॉन्ग बिलीफ दैट द इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज एंड इंग्लिश कल्चर वॉज सुप्रीम इन द ग्लोब, वॉज सुप्रीम इन द होल वर्ल्ड. When he arrived in India, there was already a big controversy about the viewpoints of those who were in favor of British education, those who were in favor of classicist kind of education. Also, there was a controversy about amount sanctioned by the East India Company for education. As a result, on February 2nd, 1835, he wrote a minute under his capacity for educating the Indians, keeping aside the view of classicists or orientalists. The minute is popularly famous as Lord Macaulay's Minutes of 1835. तो देखते हैं अपने व्यू पॉइंट्स के हिसाब से लॉर्ड मैकॉले ने क्या क्या पॉपुलराइज किया, क्या क्या प्रपोज किया. मैकॉले प्रमोट्स इंग्लिश लिटरेचर एंड नॉट संस्कृत और Arabic or Persian literature which was already prevailing in India. Next, he didn't favor the use of mother tongue as the medium of education. He gave strong support to English as the medium of education. And the next one, in giving Western culture to Indian education, Macaulay had a definite and very, very, very specific purpose before him. He works what is known as downward filtration theory. डाउनवर्ड फिल्ट्रेशन थ्योरी एक ऐसी थ्योरी है जिसमें द प्लान ऑफ ब्रिटिशर्स वॉज दैट द एजुकेशन वॉज प्रोवाइडेड टू अ स्मॉल पोर्शन ऑफ द पीपल एंड थ्रू देम एजुकेशन वॉज कॉन्वेड टू मासेस. हम कुछ लोगों को एजुकेशन प्रोवाइड करेंगे, दिस इज़ व्हाट वी कॉल डाउनवर्ड फिल्ट्रेशन थ्योरी, और उन कुछ लोगों के थ्रू इट विल रीच टू द मासेस slowly and steadily in this format. कि for example, we educate 3 people, 3 will educate 9 and the 9 will educate many more in future. This is what we call downward filtration theory. अब देखते हैं कि उनकी थियरी में क्या क्या पॉजिटिव था. इट वॉज अ वेरी क्लियर कट पॉलिसी ऑफ एजुकेशन. इट गेव अ वेरी डेफिनेट पर्पस ऑफ एजुकेशन. इट established many English schools in India and English became a medium of instruction, and the proposition of filtration theory, downward filtration theory, which I already told that the education was provided to a small portion of the people and through them education was conveyed to the masses. तो इस पॉलिसी का एक तो बेनिफिट ये हुआ कि इंडियंस जो थे इंग्लिश में बहुत ही वेल वर्स्ड हो गए, और इंग्लिश एवरीबडी नोज इज़ अ वेरी मच इम्पॉर्टेंट ग्लोबल लैंग्वेज. मेरिट्स के साथ साथ कुछ डीमेरिट्स भी थे. इंग्लिश तो इंडियंस ने सीख ली, लेकिन अपने लोकल कल्चर को हम लोग भूलते चले गए. इसके क्या क्या इम्पैक्ट हुए देखिए. क्लोजर ऑफ संस्कृत पाठशालास एंड अरेबिक मदरसास, सेट बैक टू Oriental learning, neglect of vernacular, local languages, neglect of mass education. They provided education only to specific Indians. The opposition of Sanskrit and Arabic language and the opposition of Indian religions as well. Ultimately, Macaulay favored the English language and gave the following reasons. Let us understand each one by one. English is the key to modern language, modern technology, modern knowledge. Therefore, it is more useful than Arabic and Sanskrit. This is what he said. It would bring about a renaissance in India. Indians people will be developed more. Indian people will understand technology more. Indian people will be more knowledgeable. Next one, English is the most prominent language of the West, and that is somehow true as well. It is the language of trade and commerce throughout the East, and it is the language of the ruling class or government. And Indians themselves have become desirous of receiving English education, and the students of English schools are ready to pay the fees. It is not possible to make the native people a good scholar without English. This is what he said. Although this act neglected the local culture a lot, but still it was a success. The act itself, however, took a less negative attitude to traditional education and was soon succeeded by further measures based upon the provision of adequate funding for both approaches. Vernacular language education, however, continued to receive little funding, although it had not been much supported before 1835 in any case. तो ये एक्ट फेल नहीं हुआ, ये एक्ट काफ़ी हद तक सक्सेसफुल हुआ और इसी एक्ट की वजह से इंग्लिश इतना ज़्यादा प्रिवेल कर रही है आज भी इंडिया में. सो ऑल द क्रेडिट्स ऑफ इंग्लिश लर्निंग गोज़ टू दिस पर्टिकुलर एक्ट ऑफ 1835. I hope all the points of this act are very clear. Now we have reached to the end of this video. You may contact us to join our classes with the help of the given numbers through WhatsApp. Thanks a lot for watching. Best of luck for your exams, and please do not forget to share and subscribe the channel and mention your valuable feedback in comments.